Fantastic Monday morning to the good folks out here on Fanatics Live. What's going on, Tonka? Good to see an old friend in here. My goodness, Jason, fantastic weekend of baseball, fantastic weekend of sports. Man, I tell you what, I don't even know where to start, but I will say this. I appreciate everyone for jumping in here. Appreciate everyone for giving us a follow on Good Morning, Gilo on the Twitter. Gave away a nice box of Bowman U Chrome over the weekend. I hope whoever won that sends us our hits. Hopefully we get a couple Cooper flags in there. Got a lot of things moving and shaking around over here at Suncoast Sports. We've been running a lot more personals lately. I think it's really fun to, get some of these other products in there. I know we run a lot of baseball. We run a lot of football. What's going on? VSCKO. Appreciate you hopping in to a random team of Topps Chrome updated. I single boxer. Some say that Merrill debut patch is still floating around.
It is.
We do
so
have.
Is Yama.
We do have. So is who?
Yamamoto.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's on me. I've been focusing so much on the Merrill one that I didn't realize the Yama was still out there. Jung Wax in Clearwater. What's going on? Went to KK.
Oh, you're at the right spot. You're right here. You're at Suncoast Sports, Junk Wax. That's all you need to know.
There you go. But there is another store. The one that Cags went to in Tampa. I forgot what the name is. Like
I
want to
say
something like
Clubhouse,
that.
Baseball Card Clubhouse, maybe?
Baseball Card Clubhouse. Maybe
I don't know.
No
No free. I don't know why we're giving free promo right now.
Well, people helping people. That's all it is. But here, Junk Wax, you can sit on the Fanatics Live app and go here. But no, I get it. You want to go into the old LCS to support local. Love that. But Junk Wax, I was in Clearwater on Friday. More on that in a second. Hope you're enjoying it. Feel free to stop on by and say hello if you're in the area, closer to us, in the Tampa area. What else we got here in the store? The 3-2 count. I like this box. Let's go, big
there we
fella.
Go.
Hopping
Big
into the
fella's
random
in there too.
teamer.
Let's go, big fella.
We got the 3-2 count. I like this one. Triple threads in Topps Chrome Update. You get the high volume from Chrome Update and the big hits from the 3 boxes of triple threads. And then Lumiland, 2020 Lumiland. We had the Shohei Ohtani out of that one last week as well. So we are loaded up with all different types of breaks in our store. Ledoux, I hope you had a lovely weekend. But without further ado, one more piece of housekeeping here. Now, I did not update number 50. I will be honest, you will still see a Mike Trout pink Gem Mint 10 on there. But there is a new slab on the wheel. I will show you closer in a second. Jung-Hoo Lee, Gem Mint 10, rookie all etch. Now is the time to have it. Is that what I can pull? Let's see. Visco, what are you talking about here? Visco, this is our slab or no slab wheel. So at 10 a.m. and 10:45 a.m., we will run a 15-minute giveaway. And whoever wins that giveaway, we spin a wheel with 125 or 50 on that. Those are the slabs. So yes, you could hypothetically win this for the free. But Visco, it looks like you bought into a random Topps Chrome update break, which is just...
you can hit a debut patch.
Yeah. It's a Topps Chrome update box.
I think you can hit that.
Oh, yeah, you hypothetically could hit this
You
card.
can hit all that rookie rushes in that. Yes,
in that
you can.
break. But yeah, there you go. There's a little look at that slab wheel. But all right, we got a lot to get into this Monday, and what I've been loving about baseball season, Jason. I know have you done one show here or more than one show? Since like MLB has been in full swing so far.
I think I've done two.
Two?
Since baseball started, yeah. Two Talkin Slab since baseball started.
Now that baseball is going on, this becomes a show for the people. You know what I mean? Because I got all my silly, goofy little things that I want to talk about. But good morning, Brad. I've had more fun, actually, I feel like, talking about what you guys want to talk about most of the time. You guys see something over the weekend, I can pull up a clip if I don't have it already. How about Kurtz and Cags going off?
Yeah.
All ado. We will get to that without a doubt. It's been awesome. It's been awesome to see those two guys play. But I actually have not paid attention to Bazana, so I might have to pull that up in just a second.
He's been playing well. He's just not getting the hype. I will say thank you, Hard Rock Sportsbook.
Oh, yeah?
They finally, I've been waiting literally weeks. They tanked the odds on it. They finally put up Kurt's AL Rookie of the Year odds.
They did?
I got it at plus 1,600.
Oh, buddy. That is...
So now I'm tied up with a future for the rest of the season. I hate placing futures. I always say just go buy the cards because it's like quicker.
Yep. I hear you.
Satisfaction, instant gratification.
And you could probably actually make more money long term buying the cards.
Definitely.
But without further ado, all right, here's what we want to do. Let's start with the Masters real quick. And we're not going to spend all show talking about this because this is one of those things where, like, what is there that me and Jason are going to say about this that hasn't already been said already? I'm sure most of us watched it. I'm a little 50-50 on it, Jason. First of all, as someone who was holding a $5 to win $100 Bryson ticket, it was a little bit disappointing in terms of the Live versus PGA, like the whole narrative they were setting going into Sunday for a Bryson holder. I was a little disappointing, but ultimately, man,
You shouldn't be surprised.
I shouldn't be surprised.
Shouldn't be surprised.
Rory, I mean, look, Ledoux says don't like Rory, but that almost made me cry. First of all, Ledoux, I don't understand. I think Rory is really likable. You know what I mean? Like, I'm surprised you don't like Rory. I think you're kind of in the minority on that. But I mean, to see him finally do it. But like, my buddies and I were texting, and I think everyone's in agreement. You couldn't have written it better because he almost blew it multiple times.
He was trying to lose it. It looked like he was just trying to lose it, and like he found his way winning. I was talking about this. We were trying to find a baseball comp.
Yeah.
I don't know who the baseball comp would be. Maybe like Padres beating the Dodgers, but that's happened in the postseason. I think Rory winning the Masters is like the Bills winning the Super Bowl. You can't believe it's actually happened. He's gotten close so many times and he's lost so many times that I thought he was just gonna go choke it. Once the playoff hole started, I was like, all right, this is done.
Well, I mean, I thought he was gonna choke it. I mean, what did he bogeyed the first 2 holes or something like that, and Bryson
really watch
immediately
until,
tied
16.
him. Okay. Brad says Boston breaking the World Series curse. Dang.
It's not a bad one.
Not a bad one, Brad. I think the World Series curse is even more impressive, honestly, because
way more.
That's
way more.
What was it, like 100+ years? And
100+ years versus 11 years of trying to complete a Grand Slam.
But to Brad's point here, it does have that same aspect of like at a certain point, so much of it is in between the ears where you're like, it's just never gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's just never gonna happen.
He was saying that too. Like he's like, at some point I got to the point where like I didn't even know if my time was ever gonna come.
For me, this is and it's like we still have time for this one to go. But for me, what I thought would be if we want to do current MLB, either Bryce Harper or Aaron Judge finally getting World Series ring. Just like these
Harper's been in the league longer. It's
maybe Harper?
It's Harper.
So to me, this is kind of like Bryce Harper getting his World Series ring, where there are these guys where it's like
all the accolades.
Everyone respects you, but and people don't say this about Bryce Harper yet. I think it will happen if he doesn't win it soon, where it's like,
where is it?
Never got the ring. And then the Nationals winning it the year he left, I think, is like, people don't talk about that enough. You know what I mean?
People
in my
really
opinion.
Don't. He's really sheltered from that legacy talk. I have no idea why.
I think it's because he has performed so well in the postseason, and he has the 1 home run against the Padres.
The swing of his life.
I can't think of another player like Freeman. Is the only guy off the top of my head that I can think like has that iconic of a home run in the playoffs with current players, but like just of guys who like, man, everyone loves them. They've been this like prospect since they were a kid. Like I saw this video of Rory going around from when he was 9 years old on some British talk show, like prodigy since day one, and finally able to get it done. That was just awesome to see. So I'd say Bryce Harper winning the World Series would be the most apt
comparison. 2 things on the Masters before we move on.
Yeah.
I think one, it's the best championship you can win.
Oh, wait. Brad actually nailed it. Brad's right.
Mike Trout.
No, it's Mike Trout.
It's Mike Trout.
I missed the mark on that one. Mike Trout's the better answer.
Definitely Mike Trout. I think winning the Masters is the best championship you can win. Because you get the green jacket.
Let me think about this.
The tradition of the Masters. It's a single. It's not a team event. It's you on the biggest stage. Like it's you and it's just you.
Let's get this up to a poll. Because I was thinking about this. Ledoux says 100%. Now
I think it's a Masters for sure.
I'm not disagreeing 100% yet. Best championship to win, easy. Nathan's. That's a good one, easy. So, okay. What I can't refute is that it is an individual award.
Yeah, I mean, just look at the video of Rory after he won.
Oh my God.
There's like that. Those types of moments, like it gives you goosebumps. Like you're literally on the green by yourself. Like you just beat, especially in a playoff. Like it's you versus him in front of the world, and you win in that moment. I think that has to be the best moment you could possibly have as an athlete.
So, okay, and I'm not refuting. I'm just trying to think about that. Ledoux says Jason is competing.
Dude,
I'd
look like Auberg. Auberg just throwing away money, just walking back and forth over the green. I was that. He's like me. He's like me. He's just like me.
I don't know what my tiebreaker was, but that cost me a share of my Masters pool.
World Series, Stanley Cup.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was
World
thinking
Series, Stanley Cup
too. Because, look, I know we're not hockey guys, but I know those hockey guys are crazy for the cup.
Yeah, hockey's just like, it's hockey.
I know. I think it really is Masters or Super Bowl. Ludwig cost you your pool. Now, I don't know. The tiebreaker for mine was like exact number of putts made in the Masters. So, like, I don't know if I was going to win it. It would have had me tie if Ludwig just parred, I want to say.
I live bet him like 2 holes before the... Yeah. Before the meltdown.
I'm the least happy person about... Like, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy for Rory. It's, like, so emotional. But, like, I had $1 to win 100 on Justin Rose. You know, I was so close. See, Visco, I was kind of with you. I kind of think Super Bowl maybe, like, especially being the quarterback to win the Super Bowl.
Quarterback for a Super Bowl.
Quarterback
but
for
it's
a
a
coach.
team sport. Like,
I know.
Like, you could be Nick Foles and win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but that's what makes me think the Super Bowl is like even so special.
Won a Super Bowl. Like, you're getting carried. You're not doing anything.
Jay Kane says Olympic gold medal. Jay Kane, now I don't want to be offensive to like Olympians. I almost feel like 20 years ago that meant more.
It did.
I don't know why.
The Olympics
I can't explain it more.
Lost its luster.
Merck says Kenny.
Yeah,
Merck,
exactly.
That's your best point right there.
Exactly.
Kenny Pickett was a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Rory did it
I probably should have went to
himself.
Kenny Pickett before I brought up Nick Foles. I probably should have went to Kenny Pickett route.
I think you're right. I think the Masters is Chase Daniels. I think you're right. I think the Masters is number one. I mean, some people could say maybe like Daytona 500. Then
who cares?
I'm with you. I'm just I'm just throwing things out here. What's going on, cards? Indy. I am so removed from that world. Easy.
I
can't even.
Could not care less about racing.
Would you easy, but yeah, would you rather win the Masters Olympic gold medal? That's no question. It's the Masters. I think you're right.
And
I think it has to be the Masters.
I see the Masters is starting to lose to the Super Bowl. I'm talking about I still think the Masters, the feeling of winning the Masters, has to be the best.
Dude, how did he miss that putt?
That was so Rory.
I gotta say, and like he was awesome in that one playoff, but like we're very easily living in a world where like people need to check on Rory. You know, wow, Super Bowl wins. Super Bowl wins.
I could see why Super Bowl won.
Yeah, especially with our crowd. I'm not, I was looking at better format, one game or best of series. It's sport dependent, teacher. It's 100% sports.
Game 7 though, as a standalone game, is better than the Super Bowl as a standalone game. Game 7 in any sport, when it gets to Game 7 and you've played the first 6 games of a series, and all of a sudden it's Game 7 and now it's the winner take all. Win 7 or Game 7 trumps any single game playoff, even the Super Bowl.
I'm going to disagree with that because I'm a big March Madness guy. I'm a big Super Bowl guy. See, now this is a whole can of worms that I didn't even think we were going to get into.
I didn't either. This is really...
This was a topic of conversation at my Passover dinner Saturday night. Hope everyone out there had a lovely Pesach if you celebrated this weekend. But the teacher says better format, one game or best of series. It comes down to the form of sport. Yeah. And I was talking about this at dinner, was that it's ridiculous that the MLB does not have a 7-game series for every round of the playoffs. If like you play a 162 game season and you're gonna decide the wild. Well, first of all, the wild card's a joke. Like you should not have that many teams in it.
I disagree.
You should. I think if you play a 162 game season, every series needs to be 7 games. It's crazy that you're gonna really decide.
I don't know because the wild card you didn't really fully earn the playoff spot. Like you're kind of in like a halfway playoff game for a reason. Halfway, you shouldn't.
Other than that,
be able to throw your best pitchers twice.
NLDS should be 7 games. NLCS should be 7 games. World Series 7 games. And then Jay Kane and Ashley are making a big push. There, got the boss to agree with me. #winning. I agree with the Olympic Games. But let me just put this back. If we're going to do the Olympic Games every 4 years, best in the world. The Masters is not just an American competition either.
That's what I was thinking, too.
The Masters is a global competition. I do think you make a good point with the every 4 years and being a world thing, and it gives you an opportunity to be like, okay.
But again, who was the standout Olympian from last year? I can't even remember. It's such a flash in the pan thing. Unless you're Michael Phelps or like Katie Ledecky, unless you're like that level of GOAT.
Come on, Jay Kane, help me out here.
World Cup.
Murked.
World Cup.
Murked.
World Cup's a pretty good one.
That should have been on the list.
Yeah.
Damn. Or, you know who it was? The breakdancer.
That's what I'm saying. The breakdancer was one of the most famous Olympians.
Yeah, Corey knows it. Oh, man. I think the World Cup was actually the best.
The World Cup's a good one.
World Cup and the Masters are like the two, because the World Cup is. Oh, and the shooting guy. That's a great. The Turkish assassin. It's a great one. The teacher. The old.
Oh man.
Yeah. All right, so the Masters and the World Cup. That's a great point right there. That's a great point. I like that one, Merc.
Yeah, World Cup's a good shout.
It just goes to show, though.
We threw the Stanley Cup on there over the World Cup.
Embarrassing. G-Lo says Team USA basketball. What a joke. That's someone bios, yeah, every single year. But, man, it's just, I think the Masters and the World Cup are good comparisons because it's one of those things, I don't know about you, I'm not watching Arsenal. I'm not watching the Philadelphia Union, but I will always watch the World Cup.
I'll watch the Champions League.
Yeah,
and I'll watch the World
occasionally.
Cup. That's it.
I'm not watching the Valspar Open or the Corn Ferry Tour, but every year I watch the Masters. It's one of those things where if you're not a fan of the sport, you stop what you're doing, you lock in for Saturday and Sunday, and it's just, it's so special. It's emotional. The U.S. runner that tried to run with COVID, I didn't know that one easy company. Jeez, Pete's. The Olympics do always crazy stories of the Olympics. All right, 9:47. Oh, what is this going on? I got trade talks. Come on, don't they know I'm doing a show right now? No, you're not getting Isaac Paredes from me. The Special Olympics, says Suncoast Ashley. Anything else? Any follow-up to that? Or I don't know where to go with that one, Ashley.
I don't really know
either. They're very impressive. They are very impressive. I don't know if that was a story that happened this past weekend, but those wins are amazing. There you go. I don't want to be the guy who says that the Masters are more impressive than the Special Olympics, but they are. I'll say it. I mean, I'm sorry, Ashley. The Masters, in my opinion, are more impressive. All right, I'll be the bad guy.
It wasn't hold on.
What?
It wasn't impressive.
She put me in this corner.
It was the feeling of winning, like the feeling of the championship. I think it had to be the Masters.
Yes.
And that's me as someone that's played baseball my whole life. Like walk-off home run in the World Series might be the only thing for me that I think could beat it.
Oh my goodness! Look at this can of worms Ashley has opened up. Good morning, CK. What's going on?
Oof.
I took the bait. All
right, back to baseball.
Let's go, baby. What a weekend it was.
Segue.
Oof. You did it, Ashley.
You did that.
I wasn't not going to take the bait. Anyways, moving right along, man.
Baseball time.
Baseball. All right. What did we see over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen? There was not a ton. I guess there wasn't like one single thing that really stood out to me over this past weekend. So I'll kind of, let me know in the chat. Was there one game, one moment this weekend that stood out to you? Because I got a few ready to roll. But
I think just overarching major takeaway, the Cubs are a very, very good baseball
man.
team.
I love it.
Very good baseball team.
I love it. From the Cubs, they won 16-0. You saw Miguel Rojas.
Miguel Rojas on the bump Saturday night.
What was that, 8th and 9th inning? Doing silly little imitations of all of his pitchers for the Dodgers. Ha. Very funny, but...
Padres did shut out a series for the first time in franchise history.
Padres in shutout streak? I missed this. Talk to me. What happened there with the Padres?
What is it, Brad? How many games are they up to? I know they swept the series and shut out the Rockies 3-0. That was the first time in a 3-game series that they've done that.
Shutting out the Rockies, man. I don't know.
But shutting out a Major League Baseball team 3 games in a row.
It's true. And that was without Dylan Cease, if I'm not mistaken.
That's with Merrill on the IL. Yeah, Cease is thrown today.
5 games.
That was Michael King yesterday on the bump.
5 games. Leduc and Zach Veen sparking up after a double. That guy's crazy, man.
He is.
He's
a lunatic.
Crazy. And I wonder where has he been playing? Where are the Rockies minor league systems? Because when he first came into the league, he looked completely different. You know what I mean? He comes into the league, he's all clean cut, black hair, nice little facial hair. They send him in the minor leagues for 3 or 4 years. He starts bleaching his hair. I think he's on the Aaron Rodgers kind of
I think it's either that or like he stepped into a Zoomies or a Spencer's in the mall for the first time and he just completely had like an identity crisis. That's kind of what Zach Veen looked like he did.
All right, well, dude, that checks out. He's been in Albuquerque. I've seen Breaking Bad before. You know what I mean?
Honestly.
Walter. Weird place. But listen, man, I'm all for it because going back to the Cubs, I feel like you're seeing a similar thing with Pete Crow Armstrong, right? Like he, Mets prospect, always a good prospect. Then he bleached his hair, started,
stars in the
putting
hair.
stars in the hair. And I do think there's a little something to it. You look good, you play good. Guy's playing confident. Did he hit a home run this past weekend against the Dodgers?
2 homers last night and a triple.
2 homers last night, a triple. A guy that, like, he's just electric, man. Cubs are scoring runs at will.
Jay Kane's got a good question.
What'd Jay
Thoughts
Kane
on
say?
doing pitching impressions while being down 16-0?
Yeah, Jay Kane.
I'm cool with it.
I went back and forth on this one, Jay Kane. I went very back and forth on this one.
I'm not going to be the old man yells at cloud meme. If you're down 16-0, find something to make your team like lighten up and carry positive momentum into the next game.
So I know.
There's sometimes I'll do that Jay Kane. Sometimes I'll go on my rant. Find some positive momentum. You're down 16-0. You're getting absolutely embarrassed. It's literally a football score. Find something to just lighten the mood a little bit.
Jay Kane asked me about it because he knows that I always will.
Yeah.
Find an opportunity.
Say, if anybody's gonna do it,
but I will not this time. I will not this time because he plays for the Dodgers. If he was on the White Sox, I would
Even
be
if
like,
you're playing for the White Sox.
No, if you're playing for the White Sox, man, come on, get in there.
That might be the best thing a White Sox fan would see all season long. That might, if you're a kid that's a White Sox fan and you happen to be at that game when you're down 16-0, that might be the takeaway from the season where you're like, I want to go to another White Sox game.
If you're a kid,
and watch them get.
If you're a kid going to a White Sox game, I would say, here's a Seiya Suzuki jersey, young man. Here's a Kyle Tucker jersey, young man. You're rooting for the wrong team, my friend.
If you're a kid going to a White Sox game, that might be child services call.
Yeah, seriously.
Watch that game on TV.
Well, long story short,
or go to the other Chicago stadium.
That's what
go watch a Cubs game. Go watch a real team play.
They won the World Series last year. It was Miguel Rojas, right? Have some fun, whatever. I think it's okay because it's the Dodgers. They're gonna win like 100 games.
Yeah,
you can get blown out. Do some pitching impressions. Have fun.
You got to keep baseball like loose. Baseball is such a grind of a season.
Yeah.
Especially like watching the Red Sox show on Netflix. Like how much you can like just get hyper focused on the struggles. Like keep baseball loose. Like keep baseball fun.
I like that, man. Keep baseball loose. Keep baseball fun. Now, JK, but like I said, though, if it was a different team, different circumstance, I'd feel a different way.
It would be a talking point if it was a different team. It's the Dodgers, so it's not a headline.
They're good. All right, I'm just going to go over some videos I saw over the weekend because one of the things I love about baseball is that one play can change the course of an entire game.
Can we also talk about baseball color rush uniforms here?
Oh, yeah.
We got the powder blues versus the orange. The orange does not look good. That is a look.
You know what? They went for it, though. At least they're trying something, I am not against this. I think this was Saturday.
Powder blues are okay. All orange.
Powder blues. Love the powder blues. All right, well, this was Saturday. 2 outs, runner on second, 3-3 game, bottom of the sixth. Great series. They played a quietly, really nice series. Orioles and the Blue Jays here. Throw over to first. Vladdy makes the stretch, drops the ball somehow. Shout out to Thin Vladdy there, making the play right there, trying to make the play right there. Runner is safe, first and third. All of a sudden, Cedric Mullins blasts. And this might have been a triple. I think it was officially ruled a triple, even though some hard time in left field. Blasted triple, bases clear, 5-3. Orioles go on to win that game, 5-4 officially. Gets one back. So one of my favorite things in baseball is when one tiny little play, like Vladdy not being able to catch the ball, leads to an entire difference between a win and a loss. But then the next day, come on, who doesn't love some petty? Who doesn't love pettiness? Jeff Hoffman got the win last night. Got the save, got the win. I think this was the win. Hoffman gets the win. Terrible pitch, but still gets the job done.
He's been electric.
Dude, he has. Look at this right here. He's smiling, looks over to the dugout, gives him a little kiss. For those who do not know, Hoffman and the Orioles, I believe, had a deal in place in free agency this year. The Orioles, they say, Jeffy boy, come on in for an MRI. Let me check out some things. And they go, yeah, sorry, Jeff. I know we said we were about to give you $60 million. We were about to change your life. The Hoffman, he never had a deal like this. And they say, your shoulder, we don't like it. No deal for you, Hoffman. Blue Jays take a chance on him. Dude, that's got to be, I'm not saying it's better than winning the Masters, but especially for a guy.
That's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling. A guy who he was not a high round pick. To have a team say, no, we don't believe in you. Then to come back second week of the season, boom, strike him out, give you a little kiss. This is what you're missing out on. Absolutely love that. And this might have been the craziest thing all weekend.
I
here.
didn't see this.
You didn't see this yet?
I didn't see this. I heard people talking about it.
Oh my God, it's bad.
Of course it's an Astros fan, the classiest organization in baseball.
It's
Who would have thought?
It's not great. So in case you missed it, this is shades of the crazy Yankee fan.
Yeah, I'm saying that as a Yankee fan. We did this in the World Series.
So this fan of
Yo, the look on his face.
look at this dude. I can hear him. I'm sorry. And I can almost hear him. Just rip the ball right out of Mike Trout's glove. Mike Trout's pissed. You don't see Mike Trout get pissed like this, like ever, by the way. I assume they show the replay.
Oh, Mike Trout's got every right to be pissed.
Yeah, absolutely. look at Wash. Trout's. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, Brad. I got the video pulled up. All right, let's watch it. They're gonna show it again in slow mo here. Okay.
Big fella, I was gonna go on that rant too.
What's that?
But Yankees fans literally did this to Mookie Betts on the
Yeah.
biggest stage in front of the entire country.
So it's in the glove there, dude. He really pulled it out. Like he really pulled it out. He tries to put it back in. He tries to give it back. Which is shocking. He's like, no, here, take it back. I'm sorry. They show it again. Show like, all right.
He's so surprised
Yeah.
after so much of an effort.
This is where it's fair game, right? He gets his hand in. I've watched it a couple times.
I don't
is
think
fair game to me. Trout, no. When the ball is in and chat.
This is Bartman levels of fair game.
But it's you're at the away team reaching out at the home team. Okay, that's a great point by Brad. I didn't even notice it. Look at Trout. Yeah, dude, Trout still got it. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he
Shout
does.
out Trout. It's crazy.
He really does.
But this is fair game because, Bartman, why Bartman was such a travesty is because the rule is you don't do that to your own players. You know what I mean? This is the home team, home field advantage. You're in Astros territory. It's fair game right here, all right? Now, it's in Trout's glove. This is where it goes.
This is where it's
This is where it gets, I don't know what word I want to use. Bush League. This is Bush League now. It's in Trout's glove now. Guy keeps reaching in. Trout jumps back up. He's hanging on. Guy keeps reaching in, takes it, and then once he actually takes it, let's go, Fisco, take it out on the spot. Now he actually takes it. Look at that face. He's kind of like, oh crap! Like, I actually just took the ball from Mike Trout. Please take it back. Please take it back.
That's the look of I paid too much money for these seats and I'm about to be ejected from the stadium. That's that look.
He got so caught up in the moment. He's like, oh no! He's trying to give it back. Oh my God. I'm pretty sure. Someone can correct me. Yeah. They end up ruling a foul ball. Let's see. I don't know what happened right here. I don't think he got kicked out.
How did he not get kicked out? Because the MLB banned those two fans in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
They got the ban.
Well, I was thinking that too.
They really do.
I was thinking that too. But here's the difference. Here's the difference between called foul and move seat, not kicked out. That's crazy. You should have gave him the ball back with a Sharpie. Yeah, nice try. Now, Trout's the best. Trout's the best because in my book, he did not have to do this at all.
Oh, wow. It ended up being this?
Yeah.
What is Mike Trout doing meeting the fan? What is
I don't know.
Why?
I don't know. Trout, I don't know what.
This is like
exactly.
This looks like the type of like post game trade where like, oh, you caught Mike Trout's 300 home run ball.
Right, 100%. I mean,
Trout took the ball out of his glove. You're a bum. You don't deserve this.
I don't know if you guys got audio. I haven't actually like heard the whole video, but like I just had to highlight like how awesome Mike Trout is.
I'm sorry, kid. Your dad's a bum.
Yeah. Trout said, I think we were right, like watching the video. Trout said he was like just so apologetic immediately. But to me, it's like, it was pretty damning watching watching it happen. Like he's ripping it, he's ripping the, I'm getting the giveaway up here 1 second. But.
I didn't know this ended up being this crazy.
Dude, it's because
trait.
Mike Trout's one of the best guys like in baseball. I mean, seriously, like, Just being like, you don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that if you're Mike Trout. So
no, salute Mike Trout.
100%.
Stand up guy.
All right.
That guy's a bum.
Let's see what we got. He didn't want the kid to be kicked. Oh, okay, I gotcha. That's awesome though. I mean, Good jersey, by the way. I love those old Astros jerseys. Buy the kid a new cap. Come on now. You think the guy even realized that was Trout's glove? I mean, until it was too late. No, probably not, BMI. Probably not. I am interested, though, if it was like, I don't know.
I don't know how you don't realize.
Jason, in the moment, the ball's probably coming right by you. You know what I mean? It's probably
You
all
know
exciting.
where you are.
Yeah.
You know where you're sitting.
It's true. Trout's not,
Unless
you're not used
you
to
have
Trout being a right fielder. I
The
don't know.
least awareness humanly possible.
In the moment, I'm just saying, in the moment, you're just reaching for the ball. You get all excited. I think you get lost in the moment, and then all of a sudden you're like, what have I just done?
Yeah.
It's the post-grabbing the ball clarity from the Astros fan of being like, oh my God, like, I just grabbed the ball out of Mike Trout's glove.
You ever have a ball hit like to your section? Whether it be a foul ball, home run ball?
One time in spring training this year, Castellanos hit a home run right to me, like on the lawn, and I sprinted out of the way. I almost like knocked over a woman. It was bad.
At a minor league game, I've had a ball hit me in the hands. I dropped it. Should have caught it with two hands. But Oswaldo Cabrera threw me a ball once at Yankee Stadium, and I caught it. And nothing makes your heart rate beat faster than a baseball coming to you at a stadium where you're not expecting it. It is the craziest adrenaline rush. You're sitting out in the seat, you're like literally out of breath. Well, it's a crazy feeling.
The fan or 3 trash thumbs. Oh, big fella, get out of here. I'm surprised it took us that long to get a joke like that in.
Layup.
But but nonetheless, man, like that to me was one of probably the craziest thing that actually happened over the weekend. Real quick here, there's still a bunch of stuff I want to talk about from baseball this weekend, but this reminded me of a story I saw in the Atlantic League. Did you see this? This is nuts, dude. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Look at what the Atlantic League is doing. What is that independent ball, the Atlantic League?
Atlantic, I think so. That looks like an independent league.
It's either independent. Yeah, I think this is independent ball.
So
they are putting QR codes on all their baseballs. It's an idea they're trying to roll out to like get more attendance and more excitement. Okay, thank you, Sweeney. Yeah, it's independent. So they've been working on this idea for like a year, and they said, it's what I think they had one of those calls where they're like, no bad ideas. Throw anything out there. You know what I mean? We need to generate excitement. And one person just said, hey, what if we put a QR code on baseballs? So basically what they want to do is if, they're putting QR codes on their baseballs, if there's a home run hit, if there's a foul ball, if someone tosses a ball in their stand, you can scan a QR code and like win stuff from baseballs that are hit into the stands.
That's pretty cool.
So
that's pretty cool.
I don't think this would happen in the MLB because instant authentication as well. I didn't see that part. But maybe you could do that. Oh, dude, in the MLB, why not just duct tape a $100 bill on them? Now, this is my problem though. If they were to ever try to do this in the MLB, it's bad enough. The flurry of adults pushing over kids and stuff like that, and just the fight for a loose baseball in the stands. So I get concerned about the punches being thrown, the dog piles that could happen if this ever does come to the MLB. But for a minor league team, for an Atlantic League independent league, this is pure genius.
This is a good idea.
I would love to see that happen, by the way. Instant authentication would be awesome for the MLB. If you would just immediately have a QR code on every ball and authenticate it that way. Yeah, no, I think that's a really cool idea. But no, just on the topic of balls getting hit to you, I saw this over the weekend and I was like, yeah, now we're talking. And made me think oh man, if they brought this to the MLB, lives are going to be lost. Zach Hampel, see ya.
That's a different topic. That guy's the worst.
We all know
But I mean,
that.
there's been $1 million baseballs hit into stands before, and it's usually pretty civil. Like the guy was sitting 2 rows away from Aaron Judge's 60-second home run, didn't even stand up because he had nachos in his lap.
Really?
Yeah, it's the craziest video of all time. You got one guy jumping over the fence, getting arrested and breaking his ankle. You got one guy sitting there eating nachos. It is a crazy shot in that video.
I'm going to have to do a deep dive on that, like a John Boy style or something like that. But, all right, what else we have over the weekend here? Astros fan. Oh, yeah. Love seeing this. Now, I don't have the full clip here. How about a 5-run comeback in the 9th inning, man? Brewers, Diamondbacks. I think this was, Friday night, Saturday night?
Brewers need to call up Craig Yoho then. They need a new closer.
Oh, dude, you're not wrong about that. 4-0 this game. Diamondbacks were scoreless for 17 innings straight. They come back to score 5 runs in the 9th inning. That was the biggest play of the 9th. Corbin Carroll, who is on absolute fire.
Yeah, he's
By
so
the
good.
way, this hit, home run in 24 of 30 ballparks as well.
I'm curious what parks that isn't a home run in. I'm thinking Fenway, the
we
Triangle.
know Diamondbacks is one of them.
Diamondbacks, Fenway. That's a shot.
Astros maybe. I think Astros maybe. Deep center field. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see exactly where it was in a home run. Detroit.
Chad, you might have
Detroit?
to help us out with that. Detroit actually might be. It's probably Detroit. I know Fenway Triangle.
Warning track at
Petco.
Petco. The 9th pick in the NFL draft, New Orleans Saints like Jackson Dart. What's going on, Harvey?
Oh, boy, Jackson Dart.
No, they're not taking
Yikes.
Jackson Dart with the 9th pick, but that's interesting, Harvey. I might talk about that later this week. You see, I don't know if you saw Derek Carr might be shut down for the season. But speaking of baseball, Harvey, I do. That is an interesting topic.
Yeah,
Kaufman?
Kauffman's where home runs go to die. It's hard to
I
hit
didn't
a
know
baseball
that.
out in Kauffman.
I haven't paid too much attention to Kaufman. But, yeah, dude, I always love when a team comes back like that. Yeah, Craig Yoho season over there in Milwaukee.
It needs to be. And Jacob Mizorowski. Bring them both up.
But I will say, you can't really fault the trade. The Devin Williams trade doesn't look that bad.
It doesn't look that bad. He's not looking great.
No, not looking great. Not looking great. And then, okay, the juxtaposition of the Trout incident. You see this one? Castellanos, he drives me a little crazy sometimes. But this dude, he's the man. Look at this. I think he was confused at first. Look, he kind of makes his face like, what? What's going on? Kid's awesome. It's just a normal fly ball, and this kid just gets fired up, dabs him up. Castellanos is hilarious. Some people kind of think he's, for lack of a better term, an a-hole sometimes, because he can be a little bit blunt in a bad way
I like
in his interviews.
Castellanos. He's perfect for Philly. He's the most Philly baseball player I've ever seen.
He is. And
Him and Lenny Dykstra just embody what being Philly is.
Lenny Dykstra. I'm going to take some offense to that one, but nonetheless, I mean, come on, man. Lenny Dykstra is, I was going to say, took the bad with the good with Lenny Dykstra. Maybe you're right.
No, that's Philly.
Oh, my goodness. You're not totally wrong about that one. Some other just odds and ends I saw this weekend. JK, if you're still here, this is what I like to see. I was being and moaning about Christopher Morel not getting benched after pimping a ball that didn't make it out of the yard. This is what I like to see. Who saw this play? It was Friday or Saturday. Jose Miranda never touched second base. He was ruled safe. Starts running off the base paths. Gets tagged out. Got sent down the next morning.
Yeah, as he should.
Got sent down the next morning. He hasn't been playing well. Look at them.
Actually,
they know they got away with
what?
one.
Jaron Duran wasn't sent down. I was, again, watching that Red Sox thing.
After
Jaron Duran with this.
Yeah.
He didn't get sent down for that. I think you kind of got to like that. He probably thought he was out. I can understand where Jose is coming from there.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think Jose Miranda's been putting up some Jaron Duran numbers. Not that Duran was at the
Fair
time.
point.
But,
yeah, he really turned his career around.
Dude, Twins are such a weird team.
They're bad, man.
Twins are such a weird team. I don't want to call them bad, but like
I don't think I'll watch a single Twins game all year until the Yankees play. There's
fair.
no reason to turn on the TV and be like, I'm gonna watch the Minnesota Twins today.
Me neither. I mean,
Until Walker Jenkins.
Byron
Walker
Buxton.
Jenkins.
Byron Buxton's looking good, man. How long is he gonna make it last? How long this time? But that's gonna Jackson Jobe recorded his first MLB win over the weekend. And I did see
Dollander had a good start too.
He did.
He did. It was.
He got the loss though because his team couldn't
he got
score
a loss.
runs.
He's had some decent outings. He also pitches for the Rockies.
Yeah,
So
that'll do it to you. And I saw a rare midseason trade rumor I kind of wanted to throw out there. The White Sox have discussed a trade with the Dodgers. This is allegedly that would send Luis Robert to Dodgers in exchange for James Outman and a frontline prospect, but talks are currently tabled per Bob Nightingale. So the rumor going around, Luis Robert to the Dodgers in exchange for James Outman, another prospect. Why do the Dodgers need him? Did you see the video of Andy Pages trying to play center field?
Yeah. Fair point. Fair point.
To Pages' credit, he made a hell of a play this weekend. Maybe he saw some of these rumors, but listen, man, the Dodgers are really good, but I do think sometimes they're like, well, if we can add to this, why wouldn't we? The time is now. Why are we going to hold on to James Outman and then, I don't know. I'm trying to think.
I would, if I'm the White Sox and you say James Outman in that phone call, I'm hanging up the phone. I'd want Zahir Hope, Dalton Rushing. I mean, look what they got for Crochet.
Well,
That was Crochet without team control. That was Kyle Teal and Braden Montgomery for Crochet with the possibility of him wanting an extension. Mm-hmm. With Robert being under team control, I need Zahir Hope, Joe Andrew Vargas, or Dalton Rushing, 2 of the 3, or else I'm hanging up that phone.
I think that's exactly what happened though, because when they say frontline prospect,
like you bring up James Outman, like that would have been a good trade off of three years ago.
I think the trade would be James Outman plus one of those names you just mentioned. Based on the White Sox recent history,
even that though, I'm not doing it.
I'm wondering if they're saying make it 2, and the Dodgers said we're going to table these discussions.
Because if you're the White Sox, you have all the leverage there. Or if you're the Dodgers, you need like Luis as I guess you're like missing piece. Like you have everything else imaginable. That's like the last piece you can possibly acquire to be like the most perfect baseball team. I was going to say on paper. So I would ask for a king's ransom and nothing less.
I wouldn't go as far as saying throwaway, Brad.
He's a throwaway.
No, come on.
If I'm the White Sox GM, I see that as a throwaway. That's kind of an insulting offer.
I think he's better than a throwaway. I understand why you say this is strikeouts.
He's a career like platoon guy.
Oh, for the Dodgers it is. For the White Sox, like to me it's a project. You know, it's like, well, this guy was something.
It's a project, but it's also like we kind of know what he is now.
Yeah.
Like we know what he is.
I think he's better. I think he is. We've seen the worst. I think he's a little bit better than that. But look, it's something to have on your radar, I guess, is what I'm saying. Is it depends how desperate the Dodgers want to get. It depends how all in the Dodgers want to go, which honestly, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
It's something I'm having on my radar because we made this post about that quad patch. I think you pulled it, Jason. If not, you were with Connie.
Connie pulled it.
The Luis Robert, Corbin Carroll, Julio Rodriguez, and Ronald Acuna 1-on-1 quad patch. And we got a comment yesterday saying, comments on it have been kind of, it's one of those cards where you have 3 guys I think we're all sure they're going to be studs. J-Rod, Carroll, and Acuna. The one is kind of like Lou Bob, where it's like, the talent's there. Everyone knows the talent is there, but the strikeouts are tough. Playing for the White Sox is tough. This trade kind of just raised my antennas. Because I said, dude, this is what we have been waiting for. People have had Lou Bob cards. This is what you've been waiting for.
This is what you've been waiting for.
You put this guy in the Dodgers lineup, all of a sudden, you put him in between Ohtani